Hello there from SeaWorld Orlando. This is the second attempt at starting this vlog because I had a bit of a, what is the way of putting it? A bit of faffing with the queue lines because we got an infinity fall straight away, which I'll show you the POV of, and then we went to do Kraken, and I was really excited for Kraken because I'd never actually been on it before, and it was because it was closed in 2017 when I was last here. And it took us nearly an hour, and the queue was literally pretty much only in the station area, but they were sending a train every 4 or 5 minutes, and at that point we just got a little bit like, we're here for Halloween as well, we're going to end up being in the park all the way through till 1 AM, we're still not going to get everything done, so let's get fast pass. So what we did is we got fast pass, left the park, went back to the hotel for a little while, had a little break, and now we're back. So I'm going to start this vlog properly with a look at Infinity Falls, and there might be 2 full POVs here because we had 2 laps on it.
You done this before?
No.
No?
No, I've no idea what to expect. No, same. No POVs or nothing.
I've not watched the POV of this before. I just know we're going to get wet.
A really tall Intamin rapids, that's all I know.
There we go.
Can't be worse than Popeye, surely.
I hope not.
Surely not.
If it is, it's a proper welcome to Florida for Mark, isn't it?
Yeah, of course I'm going to get wet again like he usually do.
Dear.
It's looking a bit rapid.
Oh no. Oh no. Steve, this is you, mate.
Uh-oh.
Oh! We're sinking.
I'll tell you what, I have made the right decision here, mate. My flippers are a great addition.
Mildly moist. Doesn't quite cover that one.
Yep, nothing to say.
That was alright, that.
Not done yet.
Alright, that. Enjoyed that. This is ridiculous.
Towards the lift, though, clearly not. What?
Oh, no, not again.
Why not?
Oh, it's good.
At least we're in a warm place.
Yeah.
What's quite big one's turn around that, the angle of it.
Sinking, oh no, back's in now. Oh no, not liking these next ones. Oh,
Here we go. Done well out of that.
That's still counting. Flippers are a great idea. Great invention. What is it with Intamin though and the
Classic T-trolleys.
yeah.
Hope this isn't as scary as the one at Energylandia.
It's like it's like getting good because it's like it's really good. It's that way. I know.
Wonderful.
That's quite tall.
Oh no. I hope your camera's working for this.
Oh!
Yeah, it is.
Oh no.
I hope your camera's working for this.
Oh!
Oh! Mildly moist.
I feel like I've been Stone Force 10 again.
Might have a rewrite, you know.
Say, shall we ask? There he is. Mr. I don't do water rides on his second go on Infinity Falls.
I think it was me who said let's do a rewrite as well.
He was. We've not even finished on it and you're like, another go. What did you think of your last go?
It's good. It's good, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
It's absolutely crazy.
Absolutely bonkers. Let's do it then.
Let's go.
Oh! Oh! Yes! Here we go again. Oh, this seems a bit more raucous this time. Oh, don't turn that way.
Oh!
Yes, stay as you are, stay as you are, stay as you are. No, don't stay as you are. Unlucky. What?
Here we go. Oh, not again. Oh,
Yes.
no.
Come on.
No. Oh, I'm alright. Yeah. Yeah. Ah. Raucous this time.
It is. Uh-oh. Good job there's the outlet store not far by. Well, this is scary sideways.
Oh, you're alright, got away with it.
Got away with that.
Was it? Good wrap is that.
Oh, you're alright, you got away with it.
Not too bad, was it?
So yeah, that was Infinity Falls. Really good Intamin Rapids ride, really enjoyed that. And just a little bit about this park, like I briefly touched on, did come here in 2017 with Becca. So at that time there was no Infinity Falls, there was no icebreaker. And the park just seems very different than then. It seems like they've freshly painted a lot of stuff, and I am looking forward to giving it a proper go now that we've got Fast Pass, and I think that we will go over to Icebreaker shortly. There is a storm coming, so we are going to encounter further issues today with probably weather delays. But now I'll show you the back row POV that I did on Kraken, and then we'll just pick up the day from there.
Here we are, Kraken. it is.
You didn't hear me screaming. I heard her scream though. Yeah, no did.
Good layout, intense. It is a bit rough, but it's not a headbanger. Yeah, you can compare to Dragon Card.
Unfasten your seatbelt,
Which
and wait for
We've arrived at Icebreaker, which is the brand new roller coaster here at SeaWorld. Opened in February 2022. It's Premier Rides multi-launch roller coaster. It does go forwards and backwards. Hopefully we'll be able to do a POV on this one too. Just one thing about Kraken, we're going to hopefully go on it again later and do a review when we've not had a really annoying queue line experience. We did really enjoy it earlier, but I feel like we need to do it a few more times to properly judge it. And like I said at the start, this is now really where we're starting to pick this vlog up, and hopefully it'll be a bit more of a traditional PvE vlog. So let's go and break the ice.
we are currently in the front row queue for Icebreaker, and it's currently got a weather delay, but they're now starting to test it, and me and Mark are a little bit apprehensive about going on it in this rain, because whilst it may look like Blackpool weather, it still feels like the equator, but it won't be comfortable in the rain. Goes. It's going to come backwards, I think.
and get ready to break the ice. And get ready to break the ice.
There we go then. Icebreaker in the rain. Got to apologise in advance for a poor POV, but it is our only shot at this. Transfer track. Here we go then. Looking forward to that backwards airtime at some speed. That rain is brutal. Tell you what, that rain's brutal. Re-ride? So did they do.
Please unbuckle and lift up.
How was Icebreaker at the front?
A bit stingy on the eyes. Overall, right, it was more intense than I thought it was going to be. Good positive airtime. No, train design though isn't great, I'll be honest, but overall it's not a bad coaster, to be honest.
No, and we've reverted to GoPro filming. We're going full 2017 PV style here.
Yeah, but it is raining a little bit, so
It's absolutely chucking it down, and POVs might not be our best work, and vlogging might be not be our best work, but
can't control the weather.
no, so we're putting the big camera away and we're going with the GoPro.
Yeah,
Mako time,
Mako time.
in the rain.
In the rain. Hopefully be the best B&M hyper that I've been up.
Oh yes, here we go. to say, even at this point, it's as good as I remember.
Were you riding with the wave?
Absolutely.
Half the pack.
Yeah.
SB&M mic for that. Airtime machine at the front row. Airtime, airtime, airtime. What B&M do very well, and a great example of it. Definitely the best I've done.
Superb airtime or just good airtime?
Superb airtime, especially like the floater down that first drop. Really, really good. And the airtime hills on the remaining part of it, fantastic.
We timed it quite well as well. It's just, well, yeah, it's sending empties now.
Yeah, firing blanks in it.
Yeah. We've got Toby with us now. Stephen's left you, hasn't he?
Hey, I'm on my own now.
Lightweights.
Yeah,
how was that for you?
Really, really good. Much improved on this morning. Sustained airtime, hill after hill, like Mark was saying. Definitely one of the best B&M hypers. Maybe not the best.
What would you say is the best?
It's a toss-up between this or Shambhala.
That's a good shout, to be fair. They are the two elite ones, I think. Definitely. Right, guys, journey to Atlantis. Yeah. Just thought I'd stop hiding behind the camera for 5 minutes and give Mark a rest from doing the vlogging. We've had a front row go on Mako. Very, very good. We're now going to do journey to Atlantis, and Kraken's now at 5 minutes, so hopefully it won't take 45-50 minutes like it did earlier, especially with the fast pass as well. The rain's easing, and yeah, go and do journey to Atlantis and see how it goes. It was excellent in 2017, so can't wait.
You're on the first in the world to visit these lost ruins. Your journey to Atlantis starts now.
They'll start the music on there. Oh, wow. At the bottom of the hill. All good, that? Yeah.
Not too
I got a bit of a sprinkling, but that was it. Feels very different this ride to the last time I did it. The dark ride bit's totally different.
Yeah, Steve said it used to have like a bit of a storyline, and now it's all.
Yeah, because you used to have like a little, you know, like a bit of water would go over the boat and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, that was close. Oh, I am so glad I put water shoes on. I am glad I have water shoes on. You see that over the front of the boat? I should have that breeze. That smells. Is it?
Definitely that little tiny drop goes miles wider than anything else.
Yeah. Mark's investigating the water for gators, but unfortunately there's nothing yet. So I'll ask you what you thought of Journey to Atlantis instead.
It was alright, you know. That side section's alright. Get like sprinkling on the right hand side where I sat, so glad I changed my t-shirt and get changed back again now. But overall, it was a good ride. I enjoyed it, mate, to be honest with you. Just the right amount of wetness.
Well, maybe for you.
Yeah.
It wasn't for us at the front. So we're going to do Kraken again next.
Yes.
We're going to go for front row if we can. Or...
Yeah, I think so, mate.
Yeah, cool. What do you think, Toby?
Yeah, it's solid. The dark ride section could have a little bit more in it. You got definitely wear at the front, as skulls tell you. Like,
absolutely.
But yeah, it's a solid dark ride. Yeah.
Excellent. Kraken then?
Yeah, Kraken.
It'll be cracking.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Kraken.
Go. That is excellent. Really, really good.
I guess we weren't bothering with the mid-course, were we?
No.
Please remain seated until the coaster comes to a complete stop inside the station.
I have a very important question. You know what's coming. Was Kraken cracking?
It was good, you know. Very, very good. Wasn't quite cracking.
Was it not?
No, but it was good. Very good coaster.
Did it crack you around the ears for roughness?
No.
No,
I don't
good.
think it was that bad on the front row. It wasn't bad on the back row when we did it earlier, but it's just a fabulous coaster. Intense, airtime, and just overall B&M goodness. The older B&Ms, significantly better than the new B&Ms.
When did you get a tattoo on your right arm?
Oh.
It looks like a tattoo in shot.
If you do come here and go out and then come back in again, they don't give you one of them like things that they can put on, like, you know, the UV or series like that. They give you one of them instead, and it's like
Draw you a number 13.
Yeah, like there
straight out of the tattoo textbook. That's
yeah,
one.
It's like, fair enough then, whatever, mate.
What do you reckon?
Yeah, it's what B&M should be. Smooth, forceful, does everything right. We were talking earlier about the Florida B&Ms, just seems to be a cut above the rest. Really, really good.
Excellent. What's next?
Manta.
Fire a drink and some Pringles. That was decent.
Manta, probably the best B&M hyper. Best B&M hyper. Certainly not the best B&M hyper, but like best B&M fly there is, for me anyway, that I've done. It's got everything you want for it. It's graceful, moves around. Petrol loop's very, very intense. I must be at that age now where it's getting a bit too much for me. It's not something that I could keep re-riding over and over again, but what it is, it's a fabulous addition. The way it gracefully goes over the water and everything, it's what you want from a flyer. So, good addition.
Just picking up from Mark then, before I talk about the ride, just want to say that we're now back onto the main camera because it's dry and Halloween's starting here soon, which is great news because, well, Toby here thought he was going to be on his own for Halloween, but he's got the professional terrified Halloween goers with him, so whilst he might be getting scared, he probably won't get as scared as Mark does, so it's all good. But yeah, we'll be covering, we can't film in the mazes obviously because it's just a standard sort of theme park Halloween event. We haven't got like filming access, but what we do have is the ability to film in the scared zones which are on the walkway, so I'm looking forward to that. We will probably do a bit of a walk around them before it gets dark, because in case it gets too dark to film them. On the subject of Manta, it's actually better than I remember. I mean, I remember when I went on it in 2017, I was really impressed with it, and before it I'd only done Galactica in terms of flying coasters, but now I've done quite a lot of the B&M ones. And I'd say that in terms of a thrill level, I think it's up there with Fly at Fantasyland, but I just think that the uncomfort of the restraints and the having to just sort of stay laid down on the brake run whilst they load the next train just drops it down a couple of levels from what Fly is. I think modern technology is always going to be better than old technology, and Manta is old technology now, but all in all, very good coaster and one of the highlights of Orlando, I think. We're now in SeaWorld's Howl-O-Scream event, and first impressions, not great. So it said, well, not it says some things on the website, I'll get to that in a minute. The staff told us if you're in the main park during normal daytime hours that you could stay in the park for Howl-O-Scream, you just had to get a wristband. When we went to ask a staff member if this was true, one staff member told us it was indeed true. And then when we went to get the wristband, a staff member who had probably about 20 of the wristbands in their hand was like, I haven't got any wristbands, so you're going to have to leave the park and come back in. That was frustrating because there's a different baggage policy for those that are in the park compared to those who aren't in the park. Because we'd had to go out of the park to come back in the park, we weren't allowed to bring our bags in. Whereas if we'd have been allowed to stay in the park, we'd have been able to bring our bags in. So that was quite frustrating. It's kind of in keeping with the rest of the organisation and the operations at this park, which have been pretty poor, has to be said. However, we have just walked through some of the scare zones and they were indeed fantastic. So that's a really good start to this event, and something that I'm really looking forward to as we progress around the event, seeing how different this kind of event is to Halloween Horror Nights, which we sampled for a little bit last night, and of course compared to the events that we've covered at home as well. But going back to the bag thing, lockers. There's lockers everywhere. Why can't people bring the bags in? It's bollocks, to be quite honest. I'm really frustrated with it, and I just think it needs communicating better. And that's my moaning out of the way, and hopefully now I can just go and enjoy this event, because actually it looks incredible.
And we will have our revenge. No one can resist the siren's call. From every corner of this sea world, we have come to reclaim that which is ours. Let us fill the night with your howls and screams!
We've done 2 mazes so far. They're beneath the ice. a good maze. I enjoyed it. There was a lot of banging. Actors seemed to rely on that in that maze a little bit, and it was just because there was so much of it, they didn't quite get the jump scares for me. But overall, I thought it was a good maze, a very well put together maze. Beneath the Vines wasn't what I expected it to be. So I expected it to just be like rustling in it, basically like a flower shop as you're going through. And the first actor knew, and it had like saliva like dribbling down, and then he sprayed us with water out of his watering can, and some real good jump scares in there though, really good. They timed it on point where actor would distract you and then the other actor would like pop out and get the scare, and that's very, very well done. And hats off to them anyway. I thoroughly enjoyed that maze massively. End of the night, and it's been a great event. It honestly, like, didn't know what to expect, not done any like research, not watched any mazes, not looked at any scare zones prior to coming in. Honestly, like, blew me away, especially the scare zones. Scare zones are the absolute highlight of this place because interactions with everybody. Every scare zone's slightly different as well. It's just so good. You can see why they have the number of scare zones that they do. You know, every single one of them, loads of actor interactions, and the mazes are good as well. Mazes are very, very good. It's well thought out. You know, the unique mazes as well. It's not like a carbon copy of another one. It's just, it is honestly like very, very well done. Very well done.
The absolute highlight of this event is the scare zones. They are perfect. This event could just be scare zones and it'd be absolutely fine. Obviously with a bit more if they didn't have mazes, but the interaction you get from the scare actors in both the mazes and the scare zones is excellent. But there's nothing like the scare zones here. That they are the absolute highlight of the event. And if you're coming out to Florida, I would recommend doing it. I would recommend coming to SeaWorld, to be honest, because you've got Mako, which is excellent, Kraken that's cracking, Icebreaker's a decent coaster, Manta's a decent coaster, and Infinity Falls is a great rapids. It's actually a really good park. It just needs a couple more rides, I think, in the future, and I think they're doing that with the surf coaster, obviously. All in all, I think it's a very good park. The operations let it down massively, but yeah, totally recommend a visit to SeaWorld Orlando. Totally recommend a visit to SeaWorld Orlando's Howl-O-Scream. Yeah, out in Florida next September or October or this year, give it a go. Many thanks for watching, and we will see you at Busch Gardens.